Next up at UFC 307, we got a battle of the strikers. We got Cesar Almeida taking on Ihor Potieria. Cesar Almeida only 5-1 in his MMA career, and that's because he started as a professional kickboxer. He's 4-1 in his last 5, and he's coming off his first ever career loss. He's taking on Ihor Potieria, 21-6 in his career. 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that submission loss to Michel Pereira, which was a wild fight for as long as that lasted. Ihor Potieria is a pretty good striker. He's got a loose style, solid power, good accuracy, but he can be hittable because he keeps his hands low. He relies on his chin, and his chin doesn't always allow him to rely on it. He is just a pure kickboxer. He made his way, like Cesar Almeida did, to MMA later, but he didn't add the other MMA skills. He didn't add takedowns. Takedown defense isn't really there. He's just a kickboxer in a cage. He's coming off that wild loss to Michel Pereira, where he will forever be a highlight. He's taking on Cesar Almeida, big-time professional kickboxer. He had a lot of success at kickboxing at the highest levels. He even beat Alex Pereira. He went 1-2 against him. He does everything you expect a high-level kickboxer to do. Clean combinations, big power, good footwork. He's dangerous every second a fight remains standing. Takedown defense in the middle of the cage, non-existent. You can take him down. If he's against the cage, well, like most MMA fighters, he's learned to widen the base and defend those shots. He's coming off that loss to Roman Kopylov. Roman Kopylov needed to wrestle. He could not defend the takedowns. But Roman Kopylov is also a high-level striker. And that's how good Cesar Almeida is, that Roman was like, I can't do this. Let me shoot some takedowns. And if Ihor Potieria had a little bit of grappling in his back pocket, maybe, right? He's got 5 times the professional experience, but he never added those tools. He never added anything beyond kickboxing. So we have a kickboxer versus a kickboxer with small gloves in a cage. Got to go Cesar Almeida. He should just be the much, much better striker in a mostly striking matchup, as Jacob likes to say. What do you think, Jakey Boom Balats?
I'm on Alberto here, first round finish, so we'll see how it plays out. Again, I don't know anything. I don't think anybody can tell right now anyway. The fight's literally starting right now, but that's the bet I played for 3 in a row in Contender Series, see how it plays out. I like Ihor Potieria. I actually think that he is a very, I don't want to say a high-level striker, but he is a good striker. He's a fast dude. He is slick with his hands, especially at 205. When he was at 205, he looked really, really fast against kind of those slower guys. At 185, the speed isn't quite as an advantage. But these Brazilians fucking hate this guy. Me and Angelo were talking about this before the stream. Ihor was the guy that in Shogun's retirement fight came into Brazil, knocked out Shogun, and then danced on his dead fucking corpse. And Michel Pereira made him pay for it. And I guarantee Cesar Almeida has not forgotten that moment as well. These Brazilians fucking hate this guy. Ihor has already struggled with cardio before. I actually think that Ihor might come in with a takedown game plan because, as Angel mentioned, Almeida can be taken down, and they're going to be out in the middle. Cesar's going to be pressuring, and Ihor might shoot a takedown. He might get it. He might get control for 4 minutes of the first fucking round, but guess what? This guy's got an anaconda right now. He might get this first round finish. Oh, he let it go. But Ihor's going to gas, right? Ihor has gassed in almost every single fight. Now he's at elevation. And if he does decide he wants to grapple this high-level striker, that is something that he doesn't normally do. So when you already are gassing, now you're at elevation, now you're trying to grapple when you don't normally grapple, I think this guy might have 3 minutes of gas tank in him. If he does strike, I think he could have some success early. But again, Cesar's a guy that's been there. He's done that. He's shown that he's got a pretty good chin. He's got crazy power as well. He's just going to stay in your face. I actually think that Cesar's a little bit overrated in his striking. I was going to pick almost Kopylov as my lock of the week because I thought he could stand in the striking. Obviously, he ends up using the wrestling to win that fight. But even though I think Cesar's a little bit overrated, and I like a guy like Ihor and his striking abilities, I think it's a bad matchup for Ihor. Eventually, he's going to get caught, and even if he doesn't get caught early, he's probably going to get worn down, and then Cesar's going to land that big shot. So I like Cesar here. He should get it done. It's a favorable matchup for him, and hopefully he comes through.
Yeah, and you mentioned Ihor beat Shogun, danced on top of him, almost Aylin Perez style, danced on top of him, and then the Brazilians hated making him pay for it. But you left out the point, you said this before we went live, that Michel Pereira danced on top of Ihor the exact same way. Like, it was in his mind. Like, it wasn't just like
he did the same exact dance.
Yeah, it was very purposeful. It wasn't like, they hate him. Like, he literally remembered what he did to Shogun and then did it. Yeah, it was It was on purpose. Dude, this
Darce,
stupid...
just throw it in, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. Like a hot dog down a hallway.
He's got it now. Feed the hips, 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 feed the hips.
Yeah, this is definitely... I love it.
Feed the hips.
$9,400 in DraftKings Fantasy for Cesar Almeida. And honestly, that seems like it makes sense to me because Ihor Potieria can be finished. He has been finished before. So I can see more of the same happening here. So now we have Cesar Almeida, who is a finisher, a high-level striker, fighting somebody who can be finished, who's also going to strike with him. So I think that Cesar Almeida will be worth that $9,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. I do worry about the round line at 1.5. It might take a little time. Cesar doesn't come out crazy, and Ihor might slow down, take his time. But I do think there will be a finish. I do think it'll be worth the money. What do you think for the DraftKings line on Cesar?
Oh, no. Our guy's in trouble now. Our guy's in big trouble here, Angelo. Big fucking trouble.
What do you think of the DraftKings fantasy line for Cesar?
Should be good.
Okay, great. Should be good. Great. Well, I'll have my lineup, and maybe you should in yours, but why don't you check out and see what the optimizer has to say? You can unlock all the picks, the bets, the round line leans, and everything else that we do for only $10 for an entire month. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. That month includes UFC 307, 2 very good fight nights, and then UFC 308 at the tail end.
This is an insane first round, dude. This is fucking wild. And our guy's not going to win the first round, and he might lose his fight.
Great. Somebody said Angelo and Jacob are like share a bed like Bert and Ernie, and that made me laugh.
Share a bed?
Do you not know who Bert and Ernie are?
I know who Bert and Ernie are. I had a Bert and Ernie birthday cake as a kid.
At graduation.
The best. Well, you know, my parents didn't let me have birthday parties after 8 years old. My dad literally said, "You're too old for birthday parties at this point." And honestly, I wanted to have kind of my own birthday party. I'm going to the Apex here in a couple weeks for my birthday. My birthday's in a couple weeks. And the only thing that I wanted for my birthday, you know, I took, we went to 303 for Angelo's birthday. I got him those tickets, and we had a lot of fun for his birthday, and it was a lot of fun. And all I asked Angelo, I didn't even ask for him to buy the tickets or anything. I just, for a few months, I was like, Angelo, we should go. We want to go to the Apex. Angel's like, I want to go to the Apex. I'm like, let's go for my birthday. Let's go for my birthday.
That's not
I'm
what
texting.
you said.
I'm texting.
You said
I'm texting.
for UFC 100 in November is what you said.
No, I said it to you October 19th, or it's going to be November 9th. It's one of those. October 19th is the one I'm going to. And I kept for months. Figure it out, Angelo. Figure it out. And then finally, Angelo's like, I can't go. Couldn't make time for my birthday. I understand. And that's just how it is.
We'll do one together again. Dude, I got kids. You've seen them. They're here.
I asked you fucking 3 months ago to figure it out. No. That's all I wanted for my birthday was for you to go to the Apex with me.
You asked.
So we could experience that together because you said you really want to go to the Apex.
I
I'm
do
like,
want to
perfect.
go to the Apex.
We can go together. It'll be my birthday. We went to Vegas for your birthday.
You never mentioned birthday till right now. This is the very first time you've said birthday. Pull up a text.
Literally, the
where
only
you said
time,
it.
the only reason
Pull
I'm
up
going,
a
the
text
only
where you
reason
said
I'm going to the Apex is for my birthday. That's the whole reason. It's 3 days after my birthday. I'm going to the fucking Apex for my birthday.
First of all,
Angelo, would you like to go to the Apex? Nah, don't want to go.
You never said for my birthday ever. You also weren't
pretty
talking about
obvious
the
what it
October
was.
card. You weren't even talking about the October card. You were
Wasn't even talking about the October card.
You were talking the Apex 100. That's what you were talking about. That's what they all say. You booked this
Ready?
one, and I was surprised.
Ready?
I am ready.
Yeah. Here we go.
You said Tampa in December or this in November for Apex 100. That's what you said.